Who is the NBA's next superstar and face of the league? And why is it that no one can agree on the heir apparent? We have been having this discussion for years, yet no one has the answers. Stay with me through this video as I walk you through what an NBA superstar really is. What does it mean to be the face of the league? The lineage of all the past superstars who have carried the NBA from start to finish. And finally, who, if anyone, is the next NBA superstar? We have to start by defining what a superstar and face of the league caliber player is. I believe they have to meet these 5 standards in order to even be in the conversation. Number 1, statistics. You have to have elevated stats in at least 2 major statistical categories: points and rebounds, points and assists, points and three-pointers made, something. You have to have the stats to stand out. On-court flair and aura. You have to look like you are above everyone else on that court. Whether it's the way that Steph Curry shoots a 3, how LeBron James dunks and crowns himself, you better have something. Worldwide appeal. If you can walk in China and people don't know who you are not a superstar, my friend. If you can walk on the streets and you aren't getting mobbed by cameras, you, my friend, are not a superstar. You need to appeal to people all across the world, on the court and off the court. Individual or team dominance. Not every player is blessed to win a championship. Look at Allen Iverson, for example. Made it to the finals. He won 1 game, but he couldn't beat the Lakers. But that didn't mean he wasn't a superstar. That didn't mean he was elevated to one of the premier faces of the NBA. His game spoke for itself on and off the court. And finally, you must have a fan base that can drive sales and views. A superstar can sell out an arena on his name alone. If the team is doing good or bad, those seats are going to be filled. LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, good, bad, or worse, wherever they went, you better believe those tickets were sold. And above being a superstar, how do you become the face of the NBA? The NBA must profit from your name, image, and likeness. Can they put you in a commercial? Will that commercial be replayed? Will people watch that commercial just for fun? Think of NBA Christmas Day. Think of the crossover they did with And One. All of these things have to come into play if you're going to be a face of the league. Let's start with the first NBA superstars of the modern era. The 2 faces of the league. Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. Magic was the man on and off the court. From the shoes, the women, the fur jackets, the on-court flair. People wanted to be like Magic, whether or not they liked him. Magic and Bird are credited with saving the NBA and bringing back shoe endorsements. Magic Showtime Lakers changed the way the game was played. The Forum was an arena and a nightclub. The Lakers girls brought the show to the sidelines. People watched to see Magic's smile and love for the game. They revolutionized the way that we watch NBA basketball. And the exact opposite of Magic Johnson, his rival, Larry Bird, the Great White Hope. They took the NBA off tape delay. They made people watch the games live again. Larry talked on and off the court, and no one could back it up better than he could. He backed down from no one. He was tough, middle American basketball. You see, Bird and Magic had not only individual success, but team success as well. Larry Bird, 3-time NBA champion, 3-time league MVP, 2-time finals MVP. You can put anyone's resume against Larry Bird, and you would still recognize his greatness. What the NBA was able to do with Magic and Bird is make people fall in love with the game, the storyline, the rivalry. Without those 2, the NBA would not be what it is today. They set the stage for what it means to be a superstar in the NBA. Those 2 together, being the faces of the league, changed the way that we view basketball as a sport on and off the court. And although Magic and Bird were the 2 most popular names in basketball, they set the bar very high, but someone jumped over that bar. The name that we still discuss today when we talk about the GOAT. The ghost that everyone is chasing. Michael Jeffrey Jordan. When Jordan came into the league, he changed the entire landscape of the NBA. The way that we look at individual success, the way that we look at team success, the way the game is marketed to the entire world began with Michael Jordan. Let's talk about it. Jordan came into the league in 1984 and fought against Bird and Isaiah and came up short until 1990. But even before he got his first ring, the league was his. On the court, his superior athleticism gave him the name Air Jordan, his airness. He did moves that the world hadn't seen before. Nike, Wheaties, Gatorade, and countless other brands knew they found the star of all stars. He checked every box on the court, from flair, trash talk, and relentlessness. People loved him or hated him for beating their team year after year. He changed the way that we view team success, going 6-0 in the NBA Finals with 6 Finals MVPs and 2 three-peats. He walked away to play baseball and made people White Sox fans for no reason. From the hoop earrings, the gold chains, the sneakers, who didn't want to be like Mike? He was the epitome of winning and making it look cool. The league went international with MJ, and even when he left the game, we have still not forgotten about him. He isn't just the face of the NBA, he's the face of basketball. And while Mike may have left some impossible shoes to fill, in the 2000s, we saw 3 megastars who were all unique in size, in shape, and play style. Kobe, AI, and Shaq carried the league. Let's start with Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant, people see him as baby MJ. But what Kobe brought to the NBA was very different. The Mamba mentality, the attention to detail. Living up to his own hype, 8 and 24. Drafted out of high school, people want to be like Kobe. Kobe's shoes, they weren't Jordans, but they were his own. From the high tops to the low tops, Nike to Adidas. Kobe's name is immortalized when it comes to the NBA. Because when he was drafted and when the Lakers got him, to the day he retired, Kobe was him. Even to this day, when kids shoot a jump shot or shoot a paper ball, they yell Kobe. That's what it means to be the face of the NBA. That's what it means to be a superstar. You transcend culture. Then we got to look at AI, the poster boy, the poster child for living life the way that you want to, regardless of what the NBA commissioner has to say about it. His mom braiding his hair, the tattoos, the headband, the shorts, the crossover. AI was him. He was the question and the answer. From the sneaker deal to the other endorsements, Allen Iverson is an ambassador for the game. Even when the league tried to shy away from him and reject him, his star shines so bright that they couldn't dim it at all. Allen Iverson is one of one. And then you have Shaquille O'Neal, the Big Diesel, Superman, the Big Aristotle. He has so many nicknames I can't even Google them all. Shaq's persona on and off the court made him a global icon. From entrepreneurship to hosting on TNT to countless other shows and businesses, Shaq transcended the game. He's a prime example of on-court dominance and off-court expertise. Shaq is one of the biggest stars in the world, and that's just from the way he carried himself. The NBA knew how to market him and the other 2 guys I named better than anyone because they each represent a different area of the culture. Kobe Bryant representing what it means to give your all on the basketball court. AI, what it means to be truthfully yourself against all odds. And Shaq, the businessman and a personality. He carried himself like no other. And as those 3 left the league, they left it to the best person possible. None other than LeBron James, King James himself. LeBron was drafted in 2003 and was the chosen one. And he has lived up to the hype and the name and every projection that the world put on him and that he put on himself. On the court, one of the best ever. 4-time NBA champ, 4-time Finals MVP,
in
3-time league MVP, all-time leader in points,
LeBron James
top 10 in
passed
points,
Kareem
rebounds,
Abdul-Jabbar
and assists,
for the most points
the pioneer
scored
for player
in NBA
empowerment
history.
and overall
that's so
dominance.
impressive that it
One of the smartest minds on the court and one of the most physically imposing players ever. LeBron James deserves the crown that he carries on the court. Off the court, he has been the best ambassador for Nike and the NBA as a whole. He has his own building, a lifetime deal with Nike, and he has been a superstar and face of the league from the moment he was drafted number 1 to the Cleveland Cavaliers. He took the game to newer heights, and he did it with his own team, Rich Paul and Maverick Carter are power players in their own industries because LeBron put them in a position to win. He took care of his team on the court and off the court. No one has been a more excellent example of how to carry yourself as a professional athlete in the modern world than LeBron James. Now, while LeBron James has maintained his position as the face of the NBA and one of the brightest stars we've seen in any sport, something and someone that we never saw coming changed the game of basketball forever. On LeBron's watch, a man named Wardell Stephen Curry walked into the spotlight, walked up against LeBron James and defeated him in the NBA Finals 3 times. Stephen Curry has been the model for team success, the model for individual success, and the model of raising a franchise from the depth of losing to the highest of heights. Off the court, he's a family man and a marketing dream for Chase Bank, Under Armour, and Rakuten. On the court, despite his small stature, his game is gigantic. The all-time leader in threes made, 4-time NBA champ, 1-time Finals MVP, 2-time MVP, the only unanimous MVP in league history, and the only top 10 player who's under 6'6". Steph has inspired millions to shoot the ball from deep, to not let their height outweigh their heart. Curry isn't just a dish from the Caribbean. Curry is the man who changed the sport. He is the singular player in the modern era who changed how we play basketball and could be responsible for saving the game for all small guards in the NBA. His rise to ascension against LeBron James has saved the league, and he's been the David to LeBron's Goliath. There is only one Stephen Curry, and we will never see a player or person like him again. Steph Curry has played 16 seasons, LeBron James 22. So at this point, why isn't there a next guy up? Why don't we know who the next face of the league is? Why don't we know who the next big superstar is? What Steph and LeBron are doing is not normal. Steph has played 16 seasons and LeBron 22. They have carried the league longer and further than any other player. Magic, Bird, Michael, they didn't play this long and definitely not this well at this age. We are spoiled and we take for granted what both of these guys are doing. The NBA hasn't found the next guy up because you can't replicate LeBron James' longevity and on-the-court dominance. You can't replicate his story, being the chosen one. You can't replicate Steph's game. You can have a million guys shoot threes, but no one shoots a three like Steph Curry. You can't take a young player and give them Steph's maturity. You can't take a young player and give him his family-oriented values. These two players are one of one. Therefore, the NBA has been scrambling to find the next guy, but they keep getting bailed out time and time again by Steph and LeBron. Every year, they sell the most jerseys. They have the most viewed games. They have the most viewed series. It's a problem, but it's a beautiful problem. But the question we all have to answer is, who's next? Anthony Edwards. While Ant-Man on the court has the flair with his array of dunks, three-point shooting, and overall aura, he said it straight up. He doesn't want to be the face of the league. He doesn't think it's worth it. His off-the-court issues have been a major talking point by not just NBA fans, but by pop culture as a whole. The league is bigger and better than ever, and image matters more than it ever has in the social media age we live in. Ant has the game on the court, but he's missing the team success. He's missing the drive to want to be the face and the image that represents the NBA. And potentially his off-the-court drama could hold him back. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, after a perfect season, team success, individual success, MVP, Western Conference Finals MVP, scoring champ, and then he went on to win the NBA Finals. He has enough IG captions to write a Drake song, and a closet that every athlete is envious of. But somehow, he's still not the face of the NBA. In fact, I hear these conversations and his name isn't brought up all the time. I think he deserves to be there, but I think his smooth and quiet demeanor is holding him back. He has to get out in front of everyone. He has to do some interviews. He has to deal with Converse. He's the face of Converse with his own signature shoe. But something's missing with SGA, and maybe we get it this season. Jayson Tatum, he has the game. He has the look. He has a lot of accolades. He's been great since he entered the league. He was great in college. But right now, he's too quiet off the court. He's a part of the Jordan brand, but I don't see much from him. People spend more time attacking him and calling him corny than they do giving him the respect that he deserves. So right now, he's not the face of the league. He's an all-star, but I don't think he's a superstar either. Luka, he has the international appeal and fan base, but he's fallen short on the team's success. Not being an American-born player might be holding him back. Fans don't really know him off the court, but being with the Lakers could change all of that. Are we watching Larry Bird Part 2? Can he connect to a broader American audience? The jersey sales say yes. So how far can Luka Magic take it? LaMelo, he has the personality and the connection to the youth to do it. His game is flair and flash, but it hasn't led to winning. The Charlotte market may just be too small for him. Can we really get the youngest ball brother to New York, Miami, or Chicago where he can really bake in the star that he truly is? Since he was a little kid, this guy has been on TV. He's been all across social media. He has the fan base that will support him. But how far can he really take it? And can he take it serious enough where the world and the league want to get behind him? That is the question. The league is at a crossroad. It's time to embrace the next generation. But who is the right player to get behind? Let me know in the comments who you think the next big superstar and face of the league will be.